Welcome back to the college lineup. I'm Eli.
And I'm Carson, and this is episode 15. Eli, it's great to be back with you as always, and it's an exciting week because we have college baseball on this weekend.
That's right.
We have talked a lot of football. We have started talking some basketball, but I think the sport that gets me and Eli the most excited is college baseball. So,
Yeah.
we're going to do something a little bit different for our first segment, something we're excited about. We have found an article from Baseball America talking about the 25 best college baseball uniforms. And we thought it'd be fun if we went through and we kind of gave our feedback, our opinions, if we agree and if we disagree. And if we disagree, what uniforms we think should be higher up on this list. So, Eli, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's get it right into it.
All right, so this article, should we start at 15 or should we start at 1? Should we leave them on a hanger? We'll start
15.
at 15. We'll build our way up here. Number 15, like I said, this is a Baseball America article. This is not our rankings. We were just giving feedback. They have Houston's Electric Blue. So we've got a baby blue jersey, red outline of Houston on the Houston script on the chest, and it looks like we've got the Texas flag on one sleeve and the conference Big 12 logo on the other sleeve. Eli, what's your initial thoughts on these Houston Electric Blue uniforms?
Yeah. So right off the jump, I'm like, man, I don't know why they put these at 15. I've looked at some of the other ones that are higher than this, and I'm just thinking that could replace this, or this one could replace those a lot easier than those would be able to replace this one. I really like it. I was telling Carson before the podcast, we were looking at them. I like the baby blue or the powder blues, whatever you want to call it. To me, just really, I don't know, really pop. I really like those. And obviously being a Vandy fan, it'd make no sense for us to have powder blue uniforms. But anything like that, even Auburn's, which I don't think is on this list, or maybe further down the list, we're just doing the top 15 again. But Auburn's powder blue, I don't know if y'all have seen those, but those are also really neat, in my opinion, as well. But I really like these. I'm a big patch guy. The more patches, the better. Now, you can have too many patches, I think. But I don't know, something about the patches just makes the uniform look like a cool uniform, like something I would want to hang up in a shadow box in my house or something like that. So I'm a fan of the powder blues, or whatever you want to call it, light blue. I'm a fan of the red outline. It fits their color scheme really well. So I would honestly put this one a little higher up. I don't know exactly where. Maybe if we might pop something up or something like that, but I would probably put this one at 5 or 6 realistically. What are your thoughts on this one?
For me, and this is a small detail, but the Texas flag patch on the sleeve, I love that. I think it looks great. Where I'm getting confused with this ranking is we have another baby bluish jersey higher up on this list. So I wonder why they marked this one at 15 and had another one, a little sneak peek. Another one's in the top 5, I believe. So not sure what they're differentiating there, but I really, really do like this. I love the Texas flag. The hats they wear with these also have a white front bill on the front and that red Houston logo. So overall, I think this is an absolute win of a jersey. I love it a lot. I love the script on the front. I'm a big script fan in any jersey, so I love that as well. And they also have a picture of one of the players' gloves, and they have the Marucci lettering on the glove in the electric blue color as well. So all in all, I think this is great. I could argue that this needs to be higher too, probably a top 10 for me, probably in that 9 or 10 mark. Overall, I like this a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I think we both kind of felt similarly on that. Sorry, big word there, you know.
Words are hard, man.
Right, so every now and again, but yeah, I agree. I think definitely top 10, like you said. I would say probably 5 or 6, but anyway, moving on. We got number 14.
Number 14, we have a little SEC action. Kentucky's cream uniforms here. So we have cream pants, cream top, and then the front has Kentuckian kind of a throwback script style, I would say. And they also are wearing the blue Kentucky helmets along with it. First impressions, I don't like the lettering of the Kentucky. I just don't. It looks like they tried to go a throwback, but for me, the K just looks really weird. I do love the line under the Kentucky lettering on the front. I love that. I think it looks very classy, but the lettering they used for the K and some of the letters I really don't like. Just not my favorite there. So I think there are other cream jerseys that I do like better that I think some other schools execute a little bit better. But overall, solid jersey. Wouldn't be upset at all if my team was wearing these every weekend.
I agree with you on the script. I think that their rendition is not as good as other uniforms, college uniforms have been. It's just a little too small for me, in my opinion. I like the bigger, boxier letters, maybe with a filled-in color, or just I don't know. It just doesn't look. It doesn't look very. It looks kind of cheap, in my opinion. But I do like the off-white color a lot. I like that one. The light blue pinstripes really get me as well. So overall, I do like this jersey. But again, I wouldn't be, like Carson said, I wouldn't be upset if my team wore this. But I also wouldn't be like, I got to have this jersey. I also really like jerseys that button all the way down. So this one does. I don't know, the classy look. So I do like that about it. And that it's Nike. Nike makes some good jerseys, but I don't know. I just think the smaller script on this one specifically just looks a little cheap, in my opinion.
I agree. And then also, too, on the side, on the left sleeve, this says Cats. So are you a fan of that? You like that touch, or would you rather them just leave it off?
Yeah, I think it's a good touch, but if you're going from script to just boxy letters on the sleeve, that just kind of looks a little tacky to me. I don't know, just something about it. Like, I do like it, but if you're going to go with the script, you might as well go ahead and go with the script Cats or something like that. But I do think that would be a good touch to the sleeve that they do have, but I just don't really like the straight boxy letters there.
Overall, I'd probably knock this farther down on my list.
Yeah, I agree.
It's at 14. I could go lower. Could even make an argument that it doesn't make the
top 25.
Yeah, the top 25 list for me.
I agree.
Not my favorite. Moving on, number 13, we have Coastal Carolina's teal uniforms. So this looks like a pretty standard jersey. Nothing too crazy going on here. It is just that classic kind of signature Coastal Carolina teal color. Then we have some black and white sleeves on the side, and it looks like we have white pants with a teal and black stripe running down the pants as well. And they're also wearing, looks like a black Coastal Carolina hat with a teal bill as well. So first impressions, nothing really sticks out to me. This is like a very standard, not too crazy, not a jersey I would expect to be number 13 on a top uniform list for college baseball. Going back to what you said about the button downs, I really like a good button down jersey too. That's a great point. And this is just a typical throw on jersey over the top. Does not button up all the way. So overall, I don't think there's too much going on here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks cheap, especially with no buttons at all. Like, at least give them 2 buttons so they can let their neck breathe a little bit. My word. No. But I don't know. I don't really like – I like one thing about this jersey and one thing only. I don't even really like the color, but I kind of like the black and white horizontal stripes there at the cuff of the sleeve. I just, for some reason, I think that looks good, and I think it would look good on a jersey with a button up all the way down. I don't know. I think that would look neat. But I also don't like how the Coastal on the front of the uniform, it's not stitched. It's just printed on there. So again, that's another thing that I want to point out that makes it kind of look a lot cheaper. I don't even know if I'd rank this one in my top 75. Yeah,
that's fair.
I just don't know. And now I get it looks like they're in the Sun Belt Conference. But if you're half decent at baseball, you should have a more expensive looking jersey, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think just Coastal Carolina's baseball reputation is kind of what's bumping up this jersey ranking right here. And the color. I mean, it is a very specific Coastal Carolina teal color. I mean, no one really has that color in baseball, but it still shouldn't justify jumping up this high on a ranking just due to a signature color, in my opinion.
And,
Others apparently beg to differ.
and to me too, it's like kind of like the Tennessee orange. It's just kind of like you cringe when you look at it. In my opinion, I just don't think, I don't know, the teal just doesn't do it for me, and I just kind of feel like it kind of throws me off, like anything that's just straight up Tennessee orange color.
I agree. Right there with you. So overall, same thing as the previous Kentucky jerseys. I'd probably put this farther down on my list and not have it at 13. So moving on, we have at number 12, FIU's Vice uniforms. Now, this is something I don't think I've ever seen before. I don't think I've ever seen this jersey and this color combination here. I love this. I think this is very cool. So we have kind of a white jersey that says Panthers and script on the front, and the sleeves are blue. And it's kind of like a Miami Vice 80s throwback type thing. It's giving me like roller rink vibes, you know. Kind of like, you know, you go to an old bowling alley and you see the carpet. It's got like the blue and the pink. That's what I'm getting here. I love this. I think this is awesome. I think it's different, and I really like that.
Yep.
Going back, nice old school button-up jersey. You can tell it's high-quality jersey, and you can tell it just looks really good. I think the colors really pop here. Also, the picture we're seeing, the batting gloves are sick.
Oh,
you got the baby blue batting gloves. I mean, that's awesome. I love like this. That. I think this is an absolute winner. Eli, what do you think?
I'm right there with you. I think it's really good. I would honestly bump it up a little bit further than what it's at. What is it at 12? Yeah, I would honestly bump that up a few spots. I really like it. Again, kind of like the Coastal Carolina jersey. It's got those cuffs, the cuffs at the bottom. Now, these are pink, and there's not like a stripe, a line in between it to kind of cause a stripe. But I something about the cuff there being the different color, I do really like that. I like the colorway, the pink and blue. Again, it's baby blue or whatever you want to call that blue. I really like it. The pink, they just all really mesh well together. And the hidden little, like you said, the bat and gloves just matching it. Just those hidden little highlights there to make that jersey come together even more. I really like it. I like how the number is on the side there, right lower rib area. I think that looks pretty neat, and I just think it's a classic. Like you said, it's kind of looks like a throwback uniform. So I give this one 2 thumbs up, and I think that it could move up a little bit further than 12.
Same here. I completely agree. And also too, last thing, I love the baby blue belts with that. How they match the sleeves really well. I love that. Overall, great win. These are Adidas jerseys, so Adidas, 10 out of 10 on these. Love these. Moving on, number 11, we have Navy Baseball's Jolly Roger uniforms. And it says on their batting helmets, "Fear the Bones." So this is something Under Armour has done a lot with Navy football. They have Jolly Roger football uniforms as well, and it looks like they have now made their way to baseball recently. We have a white jersey, Navy sleeves, classic Navy script, not really script, but just kind of block lettering on the front. We've got the skull and crossbones on the left sleeve. Oh, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of detail here, a lot of Navy Academy details here. First glance, it's definitely different. I like the direction they're going in, but I don't think it's my favorite, personally. I think it's really neat. I like the skull and crossbones on the side. Yeah. Personally, I think that's really cool, but I feel like they could have done a little bit more with this. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a little plain, but in my opinion, too, you don't want to clutter it up so much with especially the skull and crossbones, because once you add that, it's like, well, what else do I really add? But like we said, we like good button down all the way jerseys. But this one, you can tell it's high quality. It looks pretty thick, and the lettering looks to be stitched in. And I kind of like this one just with the 2 buttons. I'm kind of surprised because, again, I would rather have one that buttons all the way down. But I do like this one. I like the pinstripe going down the leg there, just the one pinstripe on the side. I think that kind of brings the jersey together. And again, it's that off-white color mixed with it. Looks like a black, but it may be kind of like a navy blue. I can't tell from the angle and from the lighting this gives off. But I like the skull and crossbones. Overall, I think this is a good jersey. I think I think it could be the top 15, maybe not 11, maybe push it back one or two. But overall, I do actually enjoy this jersey, and I think I would wear it to play.
I do really like. I just pulled up a picture of the hats that they wear with these jerseys,
Yep.
and that's also the skull and crossbones instead of the Navy logo. I like that a lot. I think
Yep.
that's a nice touch. For me, I'd probably knock this down probably closer to that 2025 mark. Cool, but not almost top 10 cool, in my opinion. But solid uniform. Navy and Army, when they play the football game in the fall, they always bring some really cool uniforms. So I'm glad to see that starting to translate over to baseball as well. Moving on to number 10, we have Arkansas's cream uniforms here. So we looked at Kentucky's cream uniforms earlier. Arkansas went a little bit different route here, about the same color, still Nike uniforms like Kentucky has.
Yep.
But instead of, the script across the front like Kentucky had, these just have the Arkansas A on the left chest and then the number kind of on the bottom right rib cage area. We got the Arkansas hog on the, or I should say Razorback logo on the left sleeve, and I'm assuming the SEC logo on the right sleeve. I like these a lot. I think these are really clean. I think if you're going to do a cream uniform, I like the one simple logo. Like, I think Kentucky's would have been better if they would have just done like a throwback K, like where Arkansas did this on the left chest. So I like these a lot. I think these are great. I think they're a perfect throwback cream uniform.
I agree. I don't think there's much to say about these, and I think they're fine just right where they're at in the top 10, just cracking the top 10 there. I do like those jerseys. I do like that the A and then the 25 are kind of separated, so you don't have too much going on. I think if they would have had the A and the 25 or the number right below the A, I think that'd be a little bit too much going on there. But they kind of split it up enough, and I like the Razorback on the sleeve is a really nice touch. I know a lot of people put something there, but just a stitched Razorback looks pretty cool as well. So I think this is a high quality jersey, and I'm completely fine with it being 10th in the top 10.
Yeah. It's good. Gets a thumbs up for me. Thumbs up from Eli. Moving on, number 9, LSU's championship gold. Pretty plain jersey here. That typical LSU gold jersey with the white tigers across the front. Purple Nike swoosh on the top. For me, outside of the fact that it's LSU and it's an amazing baseball program with an amazing baseball history, these are too plain to be in my top 10. And if you're going to make them this plain, it needs to be a clean, simple look like the Arkansas cream uniforms we just went. Outside of it being an amazing baseball program and a signature color, kind of like what we have with Coastal Carolina, this is that signature LSU yellow. I'm not a fan. Not a big fan.
I agree. It kind of reminds me of, Alabama's football helmets, like in a sense of it's kind of like classic and it doesn't change much at all. LSU doesn't do a ton of different things with many of their jerseys, kind of like how Alabama doesn't switch up their jerseys much in football. It's just their iconic yellow, and Alabama's got the iconic crimson red. But I agree with you. I don't really like these that much, other than I like the College World Series patch on it, but that comes with just being a good team, obviously, and making it to the College World Series. So other than it being a good program, like Carson said, I think it would still probably crack the top 25, just because that gives a little bit to it as well. But overall, I definitely wouldn't have them at 9. I just don't think it's much to look at. Yeah, it's basic, but I agree with you. I like the Arkansas uniforms better. If you're going to be basic, switch it up just a little bit. I mean, this is a jersey that they've probably worn for, at least the past 30 years, if not longer than that. Obviously, there's probably a little bit different. Maybe the gold's brighter, the yellow's brighter, the purple's more, able to see it better, something like that. But overall, I just think this is something that, is never going to go away. And so it's nothing unique, especially unique enough to break at least the top 20 on my list.
Completely agree. For me, thumbs down. Probably wouldn't even be on my top 25. Probably, maybe not even top 30, 35. So moving on. Number 8, we have kind of a wild card here, in my opinion. Tulane's white jersey with the Slugger Birds Tulane logo. So this is a pretty simple white jersey, green Tulane script across the front. And here's where this jersey really gets its ranking, is it has 2 of the Tulane Slugger Birds perched on a bat that goes through the Tulane logo. I don't like this. Not a fan.
I don't either.
Don't know how this made it this high on the list. I think the The bird logo is okay. I think the Tulane Green Wave logo is much cooler. They could have done something way better than this. I think
agree.
this is a little bit tacky. So Tulane fans out there, sorry. The Slugger Bird uniforms get a massive thumbs down for me.
I agree. It reminds me too much of a minor league uniform.
Yeah.
Because minor leagues, they have that bat through it with the name, like the Paw Sox or something like that. And I just doesn't do it for me. And it's basic, and I do like the number on the rib there below the logo. But I think on the right side there, since the whole logo is across the chest, I don't like that there's so much space there at the bottom right of their jersey. And it's just, Tulane's had some good football jerseys and combinations that were pretty neat over the years, but this one does not compare. And I know football and baseball, but still, we're talking about jerseys overall. And I don't like it either. It probably wouldn't be in my top 30 realistically.
Agreed.
Like Tulane as a school, as a sports athletic program, but I don't like those jerseys.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like the Cardinals logo, where they used to have the Cardinals sitting on the bat.
Yeah.
But it looks like they just took that and ran with it and added a bird on the other side of the bat and threw it behind the Tulane. Like, if they were to take the bird out in the bat, I would like these jerseys even more. They also are wearing green hats with the Slugger Bird on the hat. So we're looking at 3 Slugger Birds here on this one picture. Not a fan. Not a fan. Thumbs down. Moving on. Number 7, we have Clemson's home white. So pretty simple white jersey. We have orange tiger script on the front with looks like a purple line under. First impressions, I really like this. I think it's clean.
I do too.
Clemson's got that more stomachable orange.
Yeah.
We ain't talking Tennessee orange. We're talking about more Clemson.
Yeah.
I like this overall. I love the Clemson Paw logo on the right side above the ACC logo as well. I think that's a great touch. I like the purple under the Tigers there. It kind of matches the outline of the Tigers lettering as well. Very clean, very sleek. With that being said, I don't know if it gets number 7 in all college baseball for me. I think this is a top 20, but I don't think it's number 7 overall for me.
I tend to actually disagree with this. I do really like it. Really like it. The C kind of throws me for a loop because it looks a little off.
Looks like they did like a throwback type thing.
Yeah, I like that though. I don't know why. And again, I like the Clemson Tiger paw on the right sleeve as well. And I don't know why I like it so much, but I really like the purple underline that matches the outline of the orange Tigers. I really like this one. I think, well, I agree with you. I don't know if it's 7. I think it's top 10. I don't know. It's just very clean, and the color scheme just to me looks very, very unique, and I like that.
I definitely like it better than some of the uniforms we've seen so far. So for me, love it. Eli loves it a whole lot. Big thumbs up from Eli. I'm gonna go medium thumb. I'm fine with it where it's at, but I'd probably knock it top 20. So moving on to number 6, we've got another powder blue. We have the Kansas powder blue. So there's a lot of blue going on here. It looks like we've got the Jayhawks script in white across the front on the powder blue jersey. We also have powder blue pants with some red stripe piping down the side. And then it looks like they wear a darker shade blue for the hats. And they've also got some sleeves coming out that are also more of that traditional Kansas blue.
Yeah.
I love the actual jersey and pant combo.
Yeah.
But I don't like all the other blues that I'm seeing. Too much blue for me. I think it needs another offsetting color, kind of what we saw earlier with the baby blues, and it had the red. So I think it needs another offsetting color, or it needs something to take my eyes off of all this 2 shades of blue, kind of like what we saw with the Houston Electric blue, how it was more of that baby blue and white. It needs that color to take our eyes off of both shades of blue.
Yeah, I agree. I like baby blue, but it's just not doing it for me with Kansas. I like if you change the color, I like the Jayhawks logo, the cursive. I like the 35 right there below the ribs, or the number below the ribs. I like how there's like horizontal pinstripes or whatever you would call that on the sleeve there at the bottom. But overall, it like you said, it's just too much blue for me, especially when you go from baby blue to more of a royal blue. It just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. It would probably not be top 25 for me. I give that one a thumbs down.
Going thumbs down as well. All right, number 5 here, we have Arizona State's Tequila Sunrise throwback uniforms. First impressions, I love this. I think this looks so good. I don't know why. I really do like this. It gives me kind of the Houston Astros throwback jersey vibes with all the striping and the yellow and the orange. It has the Devils, and some sort of block lettering across the top in that Arizona State kind of maroon color. Then the hats look like they're a maroon hat with a throwback Arizona State logo. I love this. Big fan. I love the colors. I love the throwback aspects to it. Big thumbs up in my book. What do you think, Eli?
I like it. I definitely think it's a top 15. I don't think I would by any means put it at 5. I do agree with you. I do think it looks like the Astros uniforms, their throwback kind of deal. I would love at least a few buttons there. I don't know, just makes it feel more of a baseball jersey to me. But I do like it overall. Like I said, I think it's definitely a top 15. I like the hat combo where it's just a basic hat because you got so much going on with the stripes, with the horizontal stripes here on the jersey. Overall, I give it probably a 7.5, 8 out of 10. But again, a couple more buttons or something like that would really help it out a lot in my opinion. So overall, I think it's top 15, more like the back half, probably 12 or 13. But I do like this jersey a lot more than some of the jerseys we've seen.
Absolutely. So moving on to number 4 here, we have what's arguably the best powder blues in baseball. We have Ole Miss's powder blues. Now, this is a uniform that I love. I've loved for a long time. It just does it for me. I love the Ole Miss red they have with the helmets. They have the big, thick pinstripes down the side and the big script Ole Miss on the chest. This is a tough stretch, but this might be my favorite jersey in college baseball.
It's a pinnacle, that's for sure.
Definitely a top 3 for me.
I agree.
So I think having it at 4 is a great ranking, maybe even a little bit low, possibly.
I would put it at 2. I really think I'd put it at 2. Now, I'll tell you at the end what my number 1 would be, but I would put it at 2. I don't know, something about it, getting to watch it on TV or see it in person, it's just, the combination's great. I will say, I think Houston's, is that who it was that we talked? Yeah,
the
Houston's.
Blue, yeah.
I think that one gives it a run for its money as well. But I do like how this one, instead of the white lettering, it is full red lettering there and not the white with the red outline. So I really like that. And again, I like the big piping or pinstripes, whatever you want to call that, down the leg, the 3 different colors there. But overall, I think they're realistically, I could be wrong on this, but one of the first teams to actually do it, and that's kind of like how everybody kind of was like, oh, these are pretty neat jerseys. So I think I would rank this one at about 2, and I really like these. Not much else we need to say, I don't think.
I definitely like these a whole lot better than the Kansas baby blues we just talked about. But I do even like Houston's electric blue, baby blue jerseys better than that Kansas one as well. So I think Kansas is a little overranked. These, perfect, love them. Ole Miss, powder blues, big thumbs up from the college lineup over here. So moving on, we are now into our top 3. We have Oregon's pinstripes with the duck patch. Now, these are pretty plain Jane, simple. We just have white top and bottom pinstripe jersey and pants with a Oregon duck logo right under the Nike swoosh on the left chest. Typical Oregon green hats with the Oregon O logo on the top. I really like these. First impressions, big fan. I love that duck logo. There's not enough here for me to put it in my top 3.
I agree.
I think like I said, love the duck logo. It's my favorite Oregon logo that they have, but they should have done more with it. They should have added some more to the pinstripes. They should have maybe like white jerseys with green pinstripes. I think that would even look really cool. Just something other than just a plain white jersey and pants and throwing the duck logo on there. I feel like we got lazy over here, Nike. What we doing?
Yeah, will say, for how simple they are, I really like them. They look very high quality, and I like the Oregon duck on there. I think it could graze my top 25, just because I do like how simple it is, and it looks like with the pinstripes, it doesn't look like there's just empty space. But again, like you said, I don't think I could ever put it at 3 with all the other jerseys floating around college baseball.
Absolutely. So, Oregon pinstripe duck patch thumbs. You on medium thumb, low thumb? I'll go low
medium
thumb.
low thumb.
Down thumb for the Oregon pinstripes duck patch. Moving on, last two. At number 2, I think this was kind of the big shock to me and Eli. We have Texas home whites taking the number 2 spot for best jersey in college baseball. Not a whole lot going on here as well. I think the people that made this ranking really like the plain, simple, clean uniforms. But for me, all we have here is a white jersey with Texas block lettering and Texas orange across the front, white pants with your Texas orange pinstripe. I really don't know. I get how clean it is, and I love the Texas flag on the side of the hats. I think that's a great touch. Yep. But just like I said with the last one, not enough going on here to be a top 3 jersey for me.
I will say I think they are looking better than the Kansas jerseys. I don't know, something about those jerseys. I agree. But I don't know if this one would graze my top 25. It's just, I mean, like I said, kind of about how like the Alabama football jerseys are. They're cool, and they're very iconic because they're so classic. But it's just, I mean, this is what you would expect any team to wear. Like, it's just a very, very mundane kind of just right there by the book kind of, oh, what do you think a baseball jersey looks like? Oh, the name, full button down, maybe some piping or pinstripe down the side there, and a T or whatever the team is for our logo.
Yeah, like if I was going to watch Texas baseball, this is exactly what I would expect them to wear, and I wouldn't even bring up their jerseys one time. Yep.
I agree.
So for me, thumbs down. Eli giving the thumbs down as well. Texas home whites not getting the respect of the college lineup today. Not the top 3 respecters.
Right.
I should say. So number 1, this is Baseball America's number 1 college baseball jersey. We have North Carolina's white pinstripe. So pretty simple. White and blue pinstripe jersey and pants with the blue script Tar Heels and that North Carolina baby blue on the chest. I love these. I think they're so clean, very recognizable, and I think it incorporates that North Carolina blue very, very, very well. Yeah. And I definitely think this is a top 10 jersey, but I don't think it's my number 1.
I don't either. I don't think it's my number 1 by any means. I do really like it, and I like the Tar Heels on the script Tar Heels, and it's not just North Carolina. It just says Tar Heels on it. Like pinstripes. Pinstripes is probably one of my favorite jersey combinations. But I would say I'm thinking more top 5, maybe top 8, something like that. Definitely would be in the top 10. But again, I just don't think it would be the number 1 jersey in my lineup.
Yeah, completely agree. So I'm going to go medium thumb on these.
I agree.
Great uniform, but not my number 1. And so, Eli, I think it's about time we share our top jerseys. Okay. So, you want to go first?
Yep. I'll go first. So, obviously, I'm a Vandy fan, so I am a little partial, but Vandy's color combinations and colorways that they've done throughout the years have just been really cool to me. Black pinstripes with black with gold pinstripes would probably be my favorite jersey of all time. But there are some close seconds, like the navy green with the flag logo, with the red, white, and blue flag as a script in the Vanderbilt. Really, really clean as well. And their cream uniforms, I think, are really nice, really throwback there. So Vandy's always had my heart. And had some really good baseball combinations in their jerseys. So I think I would go with the black with the gold pinstripes as my number 1. Carson, what about you?
These have just had a special place in my heart for a long time, and they are gonna make traditional baseball fans, like old school baseball fans, and people that like the clean and simple and classic jerseys, probably a little bit mad. I love Notre Dame's green on green uniforms. And then they throw on the gold helmet on top, and it is just perfect. I love it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they wear green pants, green jerseys, excuse me, and then it's got the blue Irish with the little 4-leaf clover dotting the I on the jerseys as well. This is just a perfect Notre Dame jersey. If I could perfectly capture the history of Notre Dame into a baseball uniform, this is it. This is perfect. I love it. You have the Notre Dame gold helmets that they're famous for in football.
Yep.
You put it into baseball, but you also had a lot of new flair with the green on green. This
Yep.
is a win for me. Love it. It's been my favorite jersey for a long time. It was 21 on this list, so not getting the credit it deserves for me.
Yeah, I definitely like the metallic gold baseball helmets. I think it all just goes really well. Welcome back to our rapid fire segment. All right, Carson, let us know the top
Let's do it.
5 games.
5 rapid-fire basketball picks coming at you this Saturday. First game, we have number 20 Clemson at number 4 Duke. Who you got?
I have Duke. Duke's always been a basketball school for the most part, and I think Duke will beat Clemson. Clemson's ranked great. Could be a close game, but at Duke, I just don't see them winning. So I'm picking Duke.
I like Duke as well. I think they are 21-2 this season. They're at home. I don't see them dropping this game. Another great game. We have number 9 Kansas at number 5 Iowa State.
I think Kansas has it.
Ooh.
Kansas Jayhawks have been true to me. I picked them a couple weeks ago, I think, and they upset the team they were playing. So I think Kansas is going to go to. Is it at Iowa State? Is that what you said?
It is.
I think Kansas is going to go to whatever basketball court Iowa State has, and they're gonna beat them.
I've already dogged Kansas's baseball uniforms tonight, so I'm not going to switch up now. Give me Iowa State. They're 21-2 as well this year, so I think they will have no problems beating Kansas. They might prove me wrong. They might say, Carson, you've dogged our baseball uniforms and you didn't pick us, so we're winning this game. But
Yeah.
Moving
Hope
on,
so.
we have number 25 Kentucky at number 14 Florida. This will be a great game.
I think Florida's going to win. Kentucky's really been playing well the last couple weeks of the season so far. So I think they got a good shot. But I do think that Florida has just been really good this season and has given everybody, for the most part, a run for their money. So I'm taking Florida over Kentucky.
I like Florida too. It's in Gainesville, so I really like Florida winning this game. Florida's, had their high points and low points this season, but they've really played well in a lot of these big SEC games. So I like Florida in this game as well. Moving on, we have number 16 Texas Tech at number 1 Arizona.
That's hard because Arizona finally lost their first game, so I think they're going to bounce back from that. So I think I'm going to pick Texas. No, sorry. I think I'm going to pick Arizona over Texas Tech. Sorry, I got a little jumbled there.
Thought about taking the
upset, but I think Arizona's going to beat Texas Tech.
I like Arizona as well. Yep, Texas Tech's a great team. In Arizona, Arizona's only dropped 1 game this year, so I really like Arizona to beat Texas Tech this Saturday. Last game here, little SEC action. We have Auburn at number 21 ranked Arkansas.
I think Auburn's going to beat Arkansas. The reason why I say that is because Auburn's had a tough last few games here. They lost a close one to Alabama at Auburn. They're down by 14 points to Vandy right now while we're recording this. There's still 16 and a half minutes left in the game, but I think Auburn's going to bounce back from these few losses here, and I think that they're going to beat Arkansas.
I'm going to take Arkansas in this one. I just think Auburn, especially if this Vanderbilt game continues the way it's going, so I think they're just going to kind of get down. I don't really see them going into Arkansas and getting this win, but I could be wrong. Arkansas's been a strong SEC team, currently 7-3 in the SEC right now as we're recording this, so I think Arkansas gets it done. But with that being said, this has been episode 15 of the College Lineup.